Don't you guys think Skittles would make a really nice pair of gloves? You know how soft his fur is? It's Blue Peters, your knowledge fanatic and enthusiast. I'm so excited to share with you today some of what my life is like on the daily, and just a little bit. I'm just going to give you a taste. But make sure you stay tuned, because at the end of all that, end of what I've been going through and what I have planned for my day today, 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. I don't believe in holidays, let's just put that in there. But stay tuned, because there is something huge going on for the indigenous people. It has something to do with the relations minister speaking up to federal governments towards Canada. And Justin Trudeau agrees. Let's just say that they said that the Indian Act is described as a straitjacket. Let's go from there. Alright. Here's what my day's like. Okay guys, so my greatest apologies, because I'm such a rookie at blogging. A lot of what I said was just not heard. That's basically just the outfit of the day, and I'm going out early in the morning, about 9:25 a.m., warming up the car. And as I'm warming up the car, I'm telling you guys, everyone needs to bring out what they need, like their wallet, their keys, their ID, all that essential stuff. This is my essential stuff. I got my camera, I got my 2 notebooks, one with a calendar and one with just a space for creativity, and I got my business cards, and I also have my pen, pencil, highlighter. Always bring that with me, and I have an air freshener for my car, because I think everyone needs one, and if they don't, their car usually doesn't smell so good, unless they keep it really clean like mine. So yeah, that's basically that for that. And also on the side, I didn't mention in this video that on the side I have something called a capture clip. My camera just latches on whenever I go out and do photography right onto the armband, and yeah, there's that. And so here I am, I'm taking the cans out. That's the first part of my day, because I don't really have anything much else to do that early, and I do have an appointment at 1 p.m. for my schooling. And I'm just describing here, you know what's worse than taking cans to a depot? Taking cans to a depot in Canada. They don't have no heat. They don't have no warm water. It's like, and they want you to take the caps off with hands you don't even feel to begin with. Like for $4.66 after one bag of bottles, right? So I don't know. It was barely worth my time, but it's just what I gotta do. So yeah, and obviously do it for the environment. Just had to throw that in there. Right here, I just got my eyebrows done by Mission Beauty Boutique. That's right beside A&W and Shoppers. Great place to go. They let me get my first brows done free because their systems were down. They trusted that I'd come back. Alright guys, so that's just a taste of what's going on. For the rest of the day, I just have to study what masterclass has to offer, both on photography and basketball. A little bit more on that. Update my financial book, pick up a bunk bed, and I have an appointment with Hootsuite, the app support. So like, it basically holds all my social media in one place. That's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I just have an appointment with them. So on scheduling posts. So I also I have this book that I kind of made, kind of didn't. It's really cool. This metal I'm gonna get rid of, but I bought it from the thrift store, and it's called Leaves of Gold, and this book is literally tied together, and it's just really pretty cool. And in the back, it's like you got separate lips. So I basically took out all the contents, so it was all poetry, and I put my own lined paper in there, and I'm gonna switch this book out right here, this ghetto-ass book, for blank paper so that I can draw on it. And I'm going to replace it for this. This was my space for creativity. So I'm going to love it. I'm so excited to use that. Now, for the stuff on the indigenous people. Great stuff. It's absolutely amazing. So, the Indigenous Relations Minister, the one that's in charge of INAC, not in charge, but basically, is speaking up on federal government's pledge to its relationship between so-called relationship between them and the indigenous people. She says that the indigenous people / groups should not surrender their rights in exchange for land and money. This already, just right in the beginning, is a huge step on behalf of indigenous people. I mean, this is everything we keep on trying to say to the government, and they're simply ignoring it. Now they have the head of INAC, well, the Indigenous Relations Minister, saying this to the federal governments. And it's amazing. Bennett then said that the process is lengthy and costly to fight this subject in the court systems. And it's ridiculous that that's the case, that we have to go through lengthy court systems to be heard on this type of thing. So Atlanta, Canada is the minister's next stop to get their input on the proposed framework, which should reveal by the end of this year, which is quite exciting. I look forward to hearing what kind of input they had and what kind of push they plan to make, and whatever acceleration comes after that. I'm so excited. So Trudeau said a new framework will help First Nations who are interested to reach self-government and break away from the Indian Act, which Bennett described as a straitjacket. Wow. Now, I have a few things to say about this. I think this is absolutely amazing what's happening here. It's all being recognized, and they want to really see what the word nation means. Are we really a nation? Are we really thriving in freedom? No. We're definitely not, and it's being addressed. And I think that a lot's happening, and I'm trying to find a way to help this cause on behalf of indigenous people. We don't have to surrender our rights in exchange for land or money. That is insulting. So the fact that some of this is being expressed by higher ups is great, and I think that we can truly make a difference all the way down here with our band offices in whatever way possible. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. I was really excited to be able to tell you that news and give you a little bit on what's going on in my life today on the 15th. So I should be about 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. by the time I upload this. Again, I really appreciate it. If you have fellow Indigenous people, and even if you're not Indigenous, that needs to know about these things, I think it's extremely important that people need to know these things in order to act together as a nation, as a team. And even if you're not Indigenous, your voices matter with us, because there are times when we are out there doing protests and trying to get our rights and to get our land and to get those promises that were originally promised for us, and we were completely ignored. Our voices sometimes don't matter. So those voices that are non-Indigenous, unfortunately and fortunately, are needed. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to give you the latest on what's most important and what the people request. And to those out in Kenya and United Kingdom joining us today, and United States, I really appreciate you viewing, and hopefully you guys can share around and let me and educate me on what's going on out there on some of the Indigenous peoples out there. That'd be great. Thank you very much.